I'm Victoria Kasunic, and tonight I'll be talking about the 7 secrets to happiness. Happiness is more than just pleasure. So positive mood and pleasure is one element of happiness. And we often chase this element. So there's a lot of pleasure seeking that goes on. We might chase it through food, through making more money, buying houses, going on holidays. You know, we live for the weekends or we live for the next holiday. But pleasure isn't enough in of itself. It's essential to happiness, having that positive mood. And so anything where you can increase your positive mood is good, okay? But whenever it becomes problematic, you know, when it becomes in excess, you need to look at the other elements of happiness. So pleasure is one element, but it's not the whole picture. So having a sense of purpose that what you do actually contributes to something greater than you. That there's some legacy that you're contributing to, that you're building something bigger than you. And Barack Obama, clearly by his role, but also just by being the first black president, is, you know, there's a bigger purpose than just he as an individual. So purpose is, I would say, almost more important than pleasure. So sometimes when clients come to see me, they're all about, I just need to get this job, get me through to here, I'll get this job, or I just need to get through this relationship or get into a relationship and then I'll be happy. And I'm like, why don't you do what you want? And then, well, I don't even know what I want. I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing or what my purpose is. And the reality is what it is doesn't matter so much as it's yours and that you own it and that it inspires you, yeah? But you must have purpose. Now, Kate Blanchett represents the third aspect. To me, she does, and she came up in the Facebook poll, so she deserves to be there. People. So having connected relationships, meaningful relationships with a range of people. So you don't have to have 500 friends on Facebook. In fact, sometimes that's not actually a measure of good relationships, yeah? But you need to have people around you, a sense of connection. So in the resilience research, one of the strongest factors for long-term positive outcomes was having a sense of connection. Now, it might have been to community, it might have been to family, but the importance with that is not having all your eggs in one basket. So perhaps you've got connections at work, you've got your family, you've got your partner. So I see this when it goes pear-shaped, particularly with men. I specialise in happiness, but the other thing that I focus on is men's health. And sometimes when men's relationships end with their partner, they're devastated because they don't have all those other connections, yeah? Women do much better because of their social networks. That's really why. So that's what happiness is. Now, happiness, as quite a few people alluded to, is absolutely a life choice. It's a commitment. It doesn't just happen as a byproduct. So it's a choice. It's a choice every moment sometimes. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you think, okay, what am I going to do about that? This day could start off pear-shaped and continue. But it's all those little choices along the way that determine the sort of day that I'm going to have.